Captain Nina twitched her whiskers as the Whiskerlight glided through the sparkling currents of Andromeda's nebula. Her ginger fur gleamed under the ship's lights, and her tail swished with excitement. "Captain, sensors are picking up something unusual on the surface," Zog said, his purple ears flicking nervously. "It looks alive, but it's unlike anything in the galaxy." Nina's eyes narrowed. "Alive or dangerous?" "Maybe both," Zog replied, adjusting the scanner with his tiny paws. The ship landed on a glowing meadow filled with enormous crystalline plants. Each crystal hummed softly, vibrating with energy. As they stepped outside, the ground beneath them pulsed, almost like it was breathing. "Zog, this planet is alive," Nina whispered. "And we're just tiny fleas on its back." A low hum grew into a deep, resonant tone that vibrated through their space boots. The crystalline plants began to glow brighter, their light pulsing in time with the planet's heartbeat. Zog checked his scanner, his paws trembling slightly. "Captain, the energy readings are off the charts. It's as if the entire world is waking up." Nina drew her laser pistol, its familiar weight a small comfort. "Stay sharp." "We don't know its intentions." Suddenly, the ground trembled, and a massive crystalline spire rose from the meadow, towering over them. It shimmered with a rainbow of colors, and a single large energy orb formed at its peak. The orb pulsed, and a gentle voice echoed not in their ears, but directly in their minds. "Welcome, small travelers. I am Lyra. I have slumbered for eons." Nina stood her ground, though her heart pounded against her ribs. She'd faced space pirates and asteroid storms, but never a sentient planet. "We mean you no harm," she projected back, hoping her thoughts were clear. Zog, ever the diplomat, added, "We are explorers, fascinated by the wonders of the universe. And you, Lyra, are the most wondrous thing we have ever encountered." The light from the orb softened. "Curiosity. I remember that feeling. It is a spark that ignites stars." The ground around them shifted, and a path of glowing flowers bloomed, leading them toward a cavern in the side of a crystal mountain. "Come," the voice invited. "There is much to see, much to understand." Hesitantly, Nina holstered her pistol. This was a first contact unlike any other. They followed the path, entering the cavern. Inside, the walls were covered in living murals of light, depicting swirling galaxies, the birth of stars, and the dance of cosmic dust. It was a history of the universe, told from the perspective of a being who had witnessed it all. "This is incredible," Zog breathed, his scientific mind racing to comprehend what he was seeing. Lyra's voice filled their minds again. "I have watched civilizations rise and fall like the tides of a forgotten ocean. I have felt the silent songs of black holes and the joyful bursts of supernovas. But I have been lonely." A wave of profound sadness washed over them, so ancient and deep it felt like an ocean. Nina's heart ached for the lonely planet. "You're not alone now," she thought, her voice full of a sincerity that surprised even herself. "We are here. We can be your friends." A ripple of warmth spread through the cavern, a feeling of pure, unadulterated joy. "Friends," Lyra echoed. "A concept I have only observed from afar. It feels like a star being born inside me." As a gesture of this new friendship, Lyra caused a small, perfectly formed crystal to detach from the wall and float towards Nina. It glowed with an inner light, humming the same soft tune as the plants outside. "A piece of me, so you will not forget our meeting. And a key, so you may always find your way back." Nina carefully took the crystal, its surface warm to the touch. It felt alive, pulsing gently in her paw. Their visit continued for what felt like days, though time seemed to flow differently within Lyra's influence. The planet entity showed them wonders beyond their wildest dreams. Forests of light, rivers of liquid starlight, and creatures made of pure energy that danced in the crystalline air. Zog's datapad was filled with information that would rewrite every textbook on xenobiology and cosmology. But all explorations must come to an end. It was time to leave. "Will you come back?" Lyra asked, the thought tinged with a familiar loneliness. "We will," Nina promised, clutching the crystal. "And we'll bring others. More friends. You'll never have to be lonely again." Zog nodded vigorously. The Galactic Federation must know about you. Not to exploit, but to learn, to coexist. The promise seemed to please Lyra. The path of glowing flowers lit up once more, guiding them back to the Whiskerlight. As they boarded their ship, a final thought from the planet reached them. Travel safely, small sparks. Carry my light with you. The ship lifted off, ascending through the atmosphere of the living world. Below them, the entire planet seemed to pulse with a bright, welcoming light, a beacon in the vast darkness of space. Back in the cockpit, Nina looked at the crystal resting on the console. It hummed its gentle song, a constant reminder of the incredible being they had met. Zog was already babbling excitedly about his findings, his purple ears twitching with unrestrained glee. Can you believe it, Captain? A sentient planet. A conscious world. The implications are staggering. Nina smiled, her whiskers twitching. I know, Zog. I know. She steered the Whiskerlight back into the sparkling currents of the nebula, her mind already planning their return trip. The universe had just gotten infinitely larger and infinitely more wonderful. Their mission was to explore, and they had just made the greatest discovery in the history of the galaxy. A friend the size of a world. The little crystal on her dashboard pulsed in agreement, a tiny heartbeat echoing the colossal one they had left behind. Their journey had just begun.